So this time we're going to look at some of the quadratic reviewing stuff, and here we're able to use the graphing calculators if you want to. So for number 9, we're going to convert this to vertex form. So there's 2 ways to convert it to vertex form. I think I'm just going to refresh you guys on how to do it by using completing the square. So the first thing I do is, well, first off, this is vertex form. X minus h squared plus k, that's vertex form. To convert it using completing the square, I'm going to move my 15 over a little bit. So it's y equals x squared plus 6x minus 15 over there. And then I'm gonna add a number here so that it's going to factor really nicely. So to figure out what number to add here, I'm going to cut this in half, which would make it a 3, and then I'm going to square that. So that's a 9. So you take the 6 and you cut it in half, and then you take that answer and you square it. That's how you get with that number there. Well, if you add a 9 here, all right, you have to subtract the 9 somewhere else in it. And this is going to be how we complete the square. All right, this is always going to factor the same way. All right, it's going to be x plus 3 all squared, which is like, 2 numbers that multiply to 9 and add up to 6. And I guess what it is also, it's always half of this number here. Half of the 6 is the 3. Okay. And then, of course, you want to subtract those. 15 and 24 would make it 39. Cool. All right, that's completing the square. All right, so to convert to standard form, that's kind of easy, actually. All right, what we're going to do is we're just going to take this x plus 5, all that business, and we're going to multiply it out. So we're going to write it as x plus 5 times itself. But then we have to subtract 18 at the end. All right, so double distributive property, that'll be x squared. X times 5 will be 5x. That'll be another 5x. That'll be a 25. And then we have that minus 18. All right, so that's going to give us a 10x. X squared plus 10x. And then 25 minus 18, that's equal to 7. Bam. Okay. Converting to standard form, when it's in factored form like this, it's the exact same process. You just multiply it out. All right, standard form is just the multiplied out form. So I'm going to get 10x squared. All right, this is going to give me a 5x. Negative 3 times 2x will be negative 6x. Negative 3 times 1 will be a negative 3. And then those two guys in the middle, you just want to combine the like terms. 10x squared minus x minus 3. That will be it for that one. Nice. All right, the next one. What point is on this quadratic? What you want to do here is take the answer options and actually plug them in for x and y. So the 2 stands for x. What you would do is plug that in for this x and that x and see if the whole thing gives you a negative 8. Okay, so it'd be like 2 parentheses 2 squared minus 5 parentheses 2 plus 6. And that does not give you a negative 8, so that's not the answer. All right, the one that works is going to be the 3, 9 over there. So it's 2, 3 squared minus 5 times 3 plus 6. Of course, you get 9. That's what we wanted, so that's the answer. You could work that out by hand if you wanted to. If you ain't got to, you ain't got to. Let me grab a graphing calculator for this next question. All right, so we're going to use a calculator to figure out the vertex and the x-intercept and the y-intercept of this thing. So first thing we want to do is graph it. So we're going to go to our y equal menu, and we're going to type in the negative 2x squared. So it's a negative, so negative 2, and then there's our x there, minus 5x plus 1. All right, you get all that in there, and you can press graph. Here's the graph. So for the vertex, in this case, because the thing is opening down, it has a maximum, and that's the command we're going to use. We're going to go to the calc menu, so second trace, and it's the maximum command. All right, we're going to move our blinking dot to the left of the vertex. Now we're going to move it to the right of the vertex. And then for the guess, you don't have to do anything special. Just press enter again. There it is. That's our vertex. The x is negative 1.25, and the y is 4.125. Awesome. The two x-intercepts. All right, so you got one there and there. The command for that, we'll go back to the calc menu. The command is going to be 0 right here. So what we need to do is get our blinking dot to the left of that little x-intercept spot. So go to the left, press enter, go to the right of it, press enter, and then enter for the guess. That's the first one, negative 2.68. And then we're going to have to do the whole process again for that x-intercept. All right, calc menu 0. So it's asking us to get to the left of it. So move your blinking dot. Like if I moved it all the way past it, that would be to the right of it. I want to be on the left-hand side of it just a little bit. And then to the right-hand side of it. And then guess. So 0.18, that'll work. 0.18. All right, the command for y-intercept, it's easy. All right, if it's in standard form like this, it's actually just that last number. Because for the y-intercept, you plug in 0 for x. That's what you do. So it's actually just 1. That's where we're getting our answer. But the command is trace, and then you do 0 for x. You just press 0 there. And that gives you the 1. So trace, and then you just type in whatever number you want to plug in for x. Okay. I think that will be, yeah, that'll be it for this one.